And we're live.
And we're live. Hey, everybody. This is our first time going live on Fabulous 50 Plus.
Yeah, for those of you who have joined us over here, we are so excited. Thank you so much. We've had such good feedback on this show and we are loving it. If you are in the chat, let's see, maybe I can open it here. I cannot see there. Comments. There we go. There we go. So if you're watching, comment, let us know you're here. We really aren't expecting a whole lot of people on this one because we know that this is still a new channel.
And early in the day.
And very early in the day, yes.
Eastern.
So if you do get to come in, leave a comment. If you're watching this later on replay, make sure that you leave a comment and let us know.
Yeah.
We have some exciting news.
We do have exciting news because we're going to be doing something on Wednesdays over here on Fabulous 50 Plus, and something we think that's going to resonate with a lot of ladies our age. 50 plus, you know.
I really do. You want to talk what it is?
Well, we're going to be doing What Are We Reading Wednesdays, right? So kind of like book club, but virtual book club. And so you can read along with us and we can discuss in the comments and with each other and talk about the chapters that we're going to be doing. And we've selected our very first book, and we'll probably take it a month to go through this book, right? And it has a reader's guide in the back, so you can be looking at what we're going to be talking about by looking at the reader's guide. And you want to show them our book?
Absolutely.
This is the one we have chosen, The Sister Effect. We thought that was perfect for Fabulous 50 Plus.
Absolutely.
And Susan Mallory is a really good author. Hello, y'all.
I love
make
her.
sure you say hello when you come in.
Hello. Yay.
But what we were just talking about is we're going to be doing What Are We Reading Wednesdays, right? And so Wednesdays will be live and it'll be book club. And we're going to be talking about this book first. We're going to read this book. We're going to take about a month. I'll just so you know for prices, I got mine at a store called Ollie's. So I only had to pay $4.99 for it. On Amazon, you can get it in paperback, and it's about $7.50, just under $7.50, so $7.50, and it was free shipping if you have Prime. If you have Prime, but now the download was like $15, so that was so weird. Like if you have the Kindle out. And I like having the print copy anyway. But if you have an Ollie's near you, that is the best place to get books, y'all. And it's hardback.
It is. It's hardback.
It's a $25 book.
And it's good. I've started mine. I got through chapter 1 last night. And it's really good. I have been a Susan Mallory fan for a long time. I've read a few of her books, but no, I've read a lot of her
I could not tell you one title right now.
Well, off the top of my head, I can't because I'm trying to think. But it's a really good book. And if you are a reader, you like to read, we hope that you're going to join us for What Is She Reading. And if you are not a reader, you can get it on audio and listen to it.
Now, audio was free on Amazon.
See?
You could... I don't know if you had to have Prime or whatever, but you could download the audio for free on Amazon.
And we're going to try to pick books that we think y'all will enjoy, things that kind of fit with where we are at this stage of life. And we got some cool stuff coming up. One of the ladies that came on the cruise with us, she is an author and she just had her first book released and she is sending us one. So we're going to get to read it and hopefully be able to share it with you guys. And hopefully we can get her on to talk about it too.
I know. I can't wait to do that. That would be really cool.
I'm excited about that.
And because I've always been a ferocious reader, but as we got older, I found myself not reading anymore. And I was like, why am I not reading? And I started analyzing it and thinking about it. And I was like, because none of the books I was reading were in our age group, right? So everybody was young, and because I read, I guess, trash or what it is. I mean, it doesn't have explicit things in it. It's just it's
romance
stories, romance, rom-com type stuff. You know, very clean. But I still like a good love story, and I don't know why you can't talk about families. So the series I usually read have to do with multi-generational families and where everybody is and what they're doing at those stages of life, and being the mother and the wife and all of the things.
But I like all those kind of books too, like Debbie McComber. I love Debbie
I've read
McComber.
A lot of hers
She
too.
has a lot of good, and she doesn't get trashy.
No.
And I like Fern Michaels. I've not read
I've
as
read a lot of
many of
hers.
hers. I do love her, and the ones I've read didn't get trashy.
And if you guys
So-
have some authors that you think would be perfect, let us know in the comments too.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then the other thing that we've got to announce to you guys, we are so excited about this channel, guys.
We are.
We have had such positive feedback from all of you, and
That's true.
we are enjoying doing it. I don't know if you can tell on our faces, but we had kind of gotten burned out, and I
Yeah.
think that we've both got a second win. We're
Mhm.
both excited about it
Yeah.
now. We love recording for it.
Mhm.
We love the variety and being able to
Mhm.
do the different things. We want to hear from y'all. If
We
y'all
do.
have a subject that you would like us to cover, please let us know.
Yeah.
And I know that it looks like I'm looking down because I keep looking at the screen, but the camera is up
There's
there.
Katrina.
So
Hello.
if I'm not looking up, if I'm looking at the screen, it looks like I'm looking down, but I'm
Yeah,
really not.
I know. I'm trying to look out.
I know.
But
Hey,
every now and then I
Katrina.
want to look at the comments.
But I'm excited to see right now. We've got Barb here, we've got Leslie here,
Yeah.
we've got Linda here, and Katrina. You guys are amazing. Katrina, I don't know if you heard the announcement, but we are going to be doing book club. We're going to be doing What Is She Reading Wednesdays, and this is the first book that we're going to be reading. It has some questions in the back that we are going to go over, and we're going to take about a month to go through it.
Yeah.
But now next week we'll talk about those first couple of chapters.
Yeah,
we're gonna go through. So we want y'all to join us.
Yeah,
and
bring
be able
something to
do
drink.
that.
You could even come in
Absolutely.
with your lunch. I mean, we can't see
Yeah.
you anyway, right?
Exactly.
And let's talk about it and have book club, because I want to share book club with all of you. You know, I don't have one in my home or whatever. It would just be me and Trish probably. So this way we can share it with everybody. We can all have book club together.
Oh, and speaking of that, I know y'all noticed that everything is different in the background. We don't have our pretty setup, and that's because our studio is at Kay's house. We have set it up so that it's
and I'm going to give them a tour of that soon.
Yeah, and it's got a recording area. And, well, it's actually got two recording areas. It's got one where we do the crafts and the recipes, and then we've got another one where we do everything else.
Mm-hmm.
And we've turned my craft room into a work room.
As I call it, the sweatshop.
The sweatshop. And basically what
It's a
you're
sweatshop.
seeing here, this is my Whatnot stuff, because I do sell on Whatnot. So I have it on that shelf, and I've got to figure out a better way of doing that. But you can see the mannequin in the back with one of our t-shirts. We are going to be selling our t-shirts at Pinners.
And
I'm excited to announce that by next week, our website is going to be live. We are going to have a full-fledged website. It's www.fabulous50plus.com.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to have, we're going to be doing blogs on there. We're going to have announcements. We'll be giving away free printables, and we're going to be selling things.
Are we going to be giving away something soon?
Mm-hmm. We are.
We had talked about that, but we forgot to talk about it before we went live.
Yes, and so she caught me off guard. So
I know.
we are going to give away a t-shirt.
Trish just got a new laser, so we've been over there looking at that laser. I can't wait till we get that together.
You know what? I can kind of spin y'all. I don't want to make you sick, but we'll give you just a little spin so you can get a little idea of what we're doing. Don't get sick. You see that laser over there? That is our newest one from We Create. And then you can see part of the other piece on the work table there.
Yeah.
That is a DTF printer. So we're going to be able to print our own. Let me see if I can get it back, y'all. I've messed everything up. Excuse me. We are going to be able to print our own t-shirts, which we're excited about. So we're going to come up with a lot of different designs. But this is the one that we wear in all of our videos, and we're going to be selling it at Pinners, and we're going to have it on our website. You can see it on the mannequin. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to show y'all real quick the other two t-shirts that we're going to be selling at Printers. At Pinners
Atlanta. So if y'all are anywhere near Pinners, we're going next Thursday.
And if there's any left over after Pinners, we're going to put these on our website. Mm-hmm. If there's not, we are still going to come up with a design very similar to this that we can print. But our printer actually printed these. Yes, we are going to be selling the ones that we're wearing, Linda. You can see on the mannequin, if I can get it, on the mannequin.
Yeah, if we sell out at Pinners, we'll come home make another order.
Yeah, we can make these because we made the ones that we're wearing.
Right.
So they're very similar to the ones he printed for us. This one is one that we're going to be selling at Pinners, and I'm loving the black. It does have the neon pink, and y'all, the camera does not show you how neon it is.
And this, I don't know if you noticed the lips, but the lips are puffy lips. Like they're not flat to the shirt. This is screen printed. Is that the right word?
It is screen printed.
Like they put paint on it, right? They screen print them. But this is like puffy vinyl. So
we added the lips. And so we're going to have these at Pinners. And if there's any left, we're going to put them on the website. Right. I actually think I'm going to put them on the website anyway.
Yeah.
I have sent her the information. So by next week, these will be up. And if they sell before we go to Pinners, then we'll just sell these too. So
absolutely,
we're going to have the Talk Crafty ones. And then this color, like I said, you can't really tell. It is very neon.
It's
it
very
is even more neon than it looks like on here.
Yeah.
So
these may be a first run. So
these are probably going to be an only run. So
once
one of these,
we sell them.
But we are going to make a design similar to it that we're going to sell on our website.
We are.
And then our next one at the end of every show, we always tell you that you are loved.
Right.
And we love that whole scripture that goes with it. It is John, Lord, my brain went blank. I know it by heart. It's John 15:9. I'm sorry.
My brain was like,
I know. Whenever you're trying to talk, the brain just goes, whoops. And we got these shirts that we're going to be selling at Pinners and on the website.
And they have the puffy hearts.
They do. They have a puffy heart.
It's raised and it's so cute. This is my favorite.
I love this one.
The camera also doesn't do that one justice. That's actually a cute shirt.
I love that it's so light, and then it's a light color pink on it. It's really pretty. I love these. They are perfect for summer.
Yeah.
We are going to be doing some hats that we can personalize with anything you want on it. We're going to do some that have Fabulous 50 plus.
Absolutely.
We'll probably do some that says Talk Crafty to me.
Yeah.
And we'll do some that says You Are Loved. So we're going to have hats. We don't have a sample of those yet.
Yeah. But we will after Pinners.
And now with our shirts, I don't know if you can tell in the camera, but like this part is screen printed, but the butterfly wings are glitter.
Yeah,
they're black glitter.
Mm-hmm.
And so they shimmer and they are so pretty when you put them on. So we're excited about all of that. We had so many people. We do not want y'all to think that we're going to become a channel where we're just hawking things at you and trying to make you buy things all the time.
No.
We are not. But we had so many people ask us about selling our shirts. And so we wanted to let y'all know we were listening. We heard you, and we are setting it all up so that we can.
And maybe later we will add those aprons, because I know there were several people wanting an apron too.
Yes,
because Trish and I have a cute pink apron, and it has Fabulous 50 plus on it when we cook.
Yeah.
Except when we forget, because we did that on the last video.
We did forget on the last video.
I don't know what I was like.
Whoops. But we got lots of cool things coming up. Y'all,
we do.
Kay sat down, and at least for the next 6 months, she has our schedule already
of
what we're going to be doing show-wise, and I'm so excited for the things that's coming up. And then even after that, up until December, she has a rough sketch up to December.
Yeah, I mean, at least 2 things out of each month, and so that's good. At least half of each month.
And we thank y'all so much. We thank y'all for coming with us on this trip.
Yes.
I do realize that right now it's hard to find the channel, because for what
y'all help
reason,
everybody.
I know, please help. If y'all will share,
we
would appreciate that so much, because our channel's not searchable, and we've been doing all kinds of research to figure out how to fix that. But it's not searchable. But if they put in the search bar the little @ symbol,
looks like an A with a circle.
Yeah, the little @ symbol, Fabulous 50 plus all together,
then
it'll pull up. But if you just put in Fabulous 50 plus, it pulls up exercise, and I think it's doing that for me. It's telling me I need to be exercising.
I figured it was telling me that.
So
that needs to be part of your program, Kay. And like, give me time. Give me time.
We will get there. We will get there.
I will get there. But now I got to get recording where we have more to do. But we've
The
been recording some
apron
this
would
week.
be great for crafting, Linda. We
Yes.
took some on the cruise and gave everybody that went on the cruise
We
one
did.
of the aprons.
They were blue.
Yeah, and they all seem to like that. Oh, and for those of you who have asked, I've gotten several messages, and over on Crafting Cousins, I've gotten so many messages about the retreats. Everybody, thank you, Barbara. Hey, it's so good to see you.
Oh my goodness.
Friends in the chat, I know that there's not a lot of y'all, but if you see Country Lily DIY Decor, that is Barbara.
Yeah.
She has been our friend since our first year.
Since
on
2020.
YouTube.
Yeah.
We worked with her back then. She
Yeah.
is so sweet and so amazing.
Mhm.
If you are not following her, please go follow her. You will
really
not.
should. You will not be disappointed at all.
She can craft with
She's
the best
brilliant.
of them. She is not one of these that just throws up something that she glued something onto and says that it's a craft. She actually crafts, and that's why we love her so much.
She is extremely talented.
That. And thank
you,
you, Barbara. We so appreciate it. We could not give up crafting. That's why we had to have a segment. We did not. We love
Besides,
you too.
we have too much junk. Stuff
we
to craft with. Right?
We absolutely.
I've been trying to cut it down some, but it's been really hard.
Oh, but I've lost my train of thought because
Where
y'all
were you
know
going?
how I am. I was going to tell y'all. I have seen all of your messages about retreats.
Yeah.
We have had so much interest. The beach, the mountains, Branson. Somebody suggested going up towards Maine. There's been so many. I would love that. So we are really looking at retreats.
We are.
Right now, we've got to get through Pinners, y'all. We are bogged down with Pinners, and we're excited about Pinners.
Oh, yes.
Very excited, but we've got to get through that, and then we're really going to look at the retreats, and we will be adding a page. I'll have to get our developer. We got a developer to do our website so that it actually works properly. Your girl was afraid she couldn't do that. So
I know I could do it. She probably could figure it out eventually. But this girl,
it's so much headache. I would rather just pay somebody to do it. So we got a developer doing our website, and I'm going to have her add a page for the retreats. Once we figure those out. So we cannot wait to be able, and Barbara, it's so funny that you're here because Kay and I literally talked about asking you to be one of our co-hosts at a retreat to go with us so that people can meet you. So now I've put it out there. We're going to have people harassing you to go with us because they're going to want
there you go. Sorry, Barbara.
I'm not sorry. I did it on purpose. No. Yeah. But we would love to have you come with us on a retreat and craft with us. I think that would be so much fun.
And meet her in person.
I would love that too, Barbara.
And you guys, you think, oh, well, have all these virtual friends on YouTube. So do we.
Yes.
There's so many wonderful people that we've had the pleasure of meeting, but only through YouTube. A few we've met in person, but not nearly enough.
No, not nearly.
Goodness, not nearly enough.
You're gonna see an upcoming episode. I don't want to give too much away, but we're going to talk about that. That if you feel alone, you don't have to just have those in-person friends. Sometimes it's just having somebody to talk to.
True.
And in the comments, I love it when I see you guys make a comment and someone else comments on that, because that is a way to connect and that's a way to grow your community and your tribe. And we want that to be what Fabulous 50 Plus is all about.
And speaking of comments, maybe one Wednesday we'll start out. This was the introduction and telling you what we're going to be doing on What Are We Reading Wednesdays. But I want to go through it and read some of the comments. Oops.
Yes.
Maybe not not the person's name or whatever, but some of the comments have just been extremely emotional. I know for me, there were some I could not answer, and Trish answered some of them for me because it was very hard to answer. And I felt like we were led to talk about grief and grieving and going through that because, as you get older, you lose more members of your family. Maybe not your genetic family, but your family, your friends. And so I really felt like that we should talk about that. But that hit a nerve on a lot of people. And you guys got me too, because I was sobbing. And there were people that said, as they were watching the episode, they were sobbing. And unresolved grief will kill you. And I didn't get to say that in the video, right? And it will literally kill you. I ended up with like this gastrointestinal problem, and I had a lot of like reflux bad when I was grieving, and turned out I had gallbladder problems at the same time, right? And my counselor that was working with us at the time said, she laughed at me. She just laughed. She said, Kay, you are the first person that I know that swallowed their anger so much that it literally started spitting up on them. And that was exactly what had happened. And, you know, I didn't realize she even knew that I had been swallowing that anger down. And I didn't want to go off on that rabbit's hole, but I wanted to just say thank you for the comments that you made.
It has meant so much. And it has
meant a
been
lot.
exactly what we envisioned for this channel.
Absolutely.
And it's, and I love the fact, I mean, of course we want to grow. Of course we do.
Of course.
We want to be able to get out there. We want to become searchable.
Well, we want to reach people.
Yes, we want to be searchable. But right now, where we're at, we're able to personally answer these comments and be able to get real with you guys. And I know that once we get to a certain, you know, when you get a certain size and you got so many comments coming in, it's kind of hard to keep up with them, and you become where you're like, thank you, you know, and it becomes almost like it becomes almost routine.
Mm-hmm.
And right now we're not there. We can actually interact with you guys,
true.
and that means so much.
It does.
It means so much. And we're loving hearing your stories. We're loving having y'all. Oh, Barbara.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, you know, that was one of those things that we start out with kind of an outline, and then it kind of goes off the rails. And it's more about telling our stories, and it's about what's important to people of our age group, right? The 50 plus and the almost 50, and getting there.
There we go. Oh, that wasn't the one I wanted. I mean, I love that one too, but this was the one I wanted. There we go. Yes. And we had so many people say that too.
Yeah.
There were so many that shared their story with us and said, I'm sitting here with tears rolling down my cheeks. And we don't want to make you guys sad, but we feel so honored.
Well, sometimes
that you
crying for
trust
women
us.
is cathartic, right?
It is.
You need to. I knew we needed to tell that story before May, because May is a very difficult month for me, and we're pushing right up to that, right? So May 30th is when my son died. He was due May 18th, and he died May 30th. So May, I don't even have to think about it. It's like my body knows. And I'm sure all of you that have lost children or have lost family members, it's like, what's going on with me? I feel like I'm going to cry. I feel like something's wrong with me. And then you go, oh, is that month? You know, it's like my subconscious knows before I even realize it.
Well, I have that to an extent in June.
I'll bet.
Because Daddy died
close to Father's Day.
Yeah, just a few days before Father's Day.
And so did my father,
and
but several years later.
Very unexpected. He, like I said in the video, he went to work and he never came home.
Right.
And it was really hard, and I still struggle with that.
Yeah.
And I do truly realize that losing a parent is nowhere near the same thing as losing a child.
It's pretty hard, though.
But it is very hard.
I think that's what, though, was so difficult when I went through the loss of my son, is that was the very first loss I had really experienced. One of my grandmothers was dead, but she died when I was little, so I barely even remembered her. So it was like life had gone along. Life was fine, right? And then all of a sudden, it was not fine anymore.
Well, when Daddy passed, I had lost both of my grandmothers and one of my grandfathers.
Yeah.
But it still wasn't the same. It was not, and especially, like I said, the way it happened. But you know, I look at that, and I still struggle to this day on which one is easier. I don't think either one is really easy. But the way I lost Daddy, I never got to say goodbye.
Yeah.
Because he was just gone. But then the way you lost your dad, and I loved, Kay's father was like a father to me. He took me to church my whole life. He was the one who baptized me. He was the one who brought me to Christ. He was the one who sat in the van with me at my daddy's funeral.
Yeah.
He drove the van because he didn't want me driving, and I wasn't married at the time. And I remember us sitting there waiting for the hearse to pull out. And Uncle Gerald, Kay and Aunt Bill and Carol and all were in a different vehicle. Uncle Gerald rode with us. And I remember Uncle Gerald looking at me and saying, baby, I know I'm not your daddy, and I'll never try to take his place, but I love you as much
Yeah.
as my own children, and I will always be here for you no matter what, anything you need. And he was.
And he had supposedly Alzheimer's, and I say supposedly because he did not follow any of the symptoms, the getting angry, the memory lapses, and then coming back. That never happened. He kind of went from talking and just kind of addle, and then he just went where he never spoke again, and then he eventually passed away. And I had talked to a surgeon, brain surgeon in Huntsville, because of some tests I was having run back in the day, and I told him he asked me about a family history, and he said, "Huh." He said, "So tell me about what they did." And I told him, I said, "Well, the last MRI, I was there, and his brain was just dark, and there was a white circle in the center, and they told us as soon as that circle became dark, he would die." And that was the last one he had. And my doctor said, that doesn't sound like Alzheimer's at all. That sounds like normal pressure hydrocephalus, NPH. And I said, that's exactly what I thought. And he looked at me like, you don't know what that is. Because that's another one of those ailments that people know so little about. Because hydrocephalus, what do we think of? We think of what we were called waterhead babies.
Yep.
That's what they called them. And it's actually cerebral spinal fluid. And they usually put a shunt in, and it relieves it, right? So you can be born with it. You can get it from a head injury, which I worked with a young boy one time after Daddy died. And that's what happened to him. He had a head injury. Or elderly sometimes get it, and it's misdiagnosed as Alzheimer's. But if they catch it in time, you can drain it, and those people go pretty much back to normal.
I wish they would have caught his too,
Yeah, they did not.
It was very
So
hard.
if your relatives, if you suspect it's really not Alzheimer's, check for NPH.
Well, and Uncle Gerald's decline was over years.
It was, yeah.
I mean, it did seem to go really fast at the end.
It did at one point,
but they knew for years, and watching him go down in some
but
ways,
he didn't
that
follow
was
the
worse.
general patterns.
Yeah,
you know? It was weird.
It was worse watching him suffer than it was Daddy passing so fast. And Leslie, yes, we will add Annette to our prayer list. We will definitely be praying for her and for you and her for your grief. Absolutely.
Yeah,
goodness gracious.
So
I hope that she heals fast. We're going to pray for fast healing.
Yeah.
And that it's as painless as possible, but we know there's a lot of pain there. Bless her heart. Ugh. That is awful.
Yeah, any break is so painful. Oh my goodness.
And y'all, that's another thing we love. We love y'all's prayer requests. We do pray for them. We are not just one of those that says, I'll pray for you. Yeah. I add you to my prayer list, and I do pray for you and over you. We pray for all of y'all every day, but we call you by name whenever you asked us to. Yeah. And
I like to add them to a list in the notebook.
Oh, Katrina. Katrina says she loves her apron. Yeah, she got one on the cruise. Yes. And it was so much fun. And I have gotten over my devastation at not being able to have the cruise again. and all of you guys are to thank for that, because y'all helped me deal with that.
You know, what do they say?
Move on.
God doesn't close the door without opening a window.
That's right.
You know.
And gosh, we've had so many windows open lately.
Yeah.
Everything is going so well, and I just feel so happy. I had quit feeling so happy.
That feeling is not actually happy, it's joy.
I think so.
It's joy, which is so different from happiness, because happiness depends on your circumstances. Joy is from within, right?
Yeah,
and it's from the Lord. And that's why I say that a lot. You know, you have to find your joy. And when I talked about us kind of leaving away from, not totally, but, you know, we'll still post some things on Crafting Cousins for a while till we get all of our reviews done and stuff. But, and we get this one monetized, honestly. But
we're trying to move everybody from over there over here.
Yeah, but it's so much more joyful to do what we do now, because we get to do it together, and we get to do a variety, and we're going to be doing some traveling and some filming when we do that.
We got so many fun things coming up.
We got so many fun things coming up.
I've always loved cooking, so I am having so much fun with cooking. And we had an amazing suggestion. One of you suggested that we do like themed cooking, like a Mexican dish or an Italian dish or a Greek dish.
And that's probably coming down the line. I've got it in my little notes.
And for you guys to be able to send us a recipe and we'll try it. We would love that. Yeah. Absolutely. Send us your recipes.
Yeah, I was telling her I couldn't find the comment today when we went back and looked, but somebody had posted about the cup of cake. Yep. Apparently it's just the cup of cake. But they had posted about that, but someone else had posted, that doesn't sound very good. And it was different. I mean, it's fine.
It was very different. My husband ate it.
I think for us, we live in the South, and when we think of desserts, we think of it being sweet, right? And so that doesn't come across as real sweet. Mm-hmm. Like I was eating a dessert last night out at the Fort Benning, and they were like, "So what do you think about that?" I was like, "Well, I mean, it's good, it's fine."
Well, I think one of my
not very sweet, and
I think one of my problems with the cup of cake was every time I watched the movie and I saw Truvy talk about the cup of cake, I had in my head that it was like peach cobbler, and I love peach cobbler. Yeah, and in my head, I had it that it was just. The difference was instead of just peaches, it was fruit cocktail. But it's nothing like peach cobbler.
Yeah, and
it's like a
I forgot to say fruit cocktail when we were mixing it. Somebody's like, I see it again.
A thin cake with fruit cocktail in it. And it's not bad. It's just, like
it's not super sweet.
Okay, if you get in your head that something's going to be a certain way, and then you try it and it's not that way, then you're always a little let down or a little disappointed. And I think that's kind of how I felt about it. And
it was not bad.
It was not bad. My husband, ate it all. He ate every bit of it. It took him about a week, but he ate every bit of it.
Yeah, because we had two of them. I had one in my house and she had one in her house. Because we do try to make most of them ahead of time, and so it's real easy when you go on work day, right? But the one we're making for the third episode, we're gonna make it all in one swoop right there on camera. It all
together.
Yeah.
And even in the fourth episode we are.
Yeah.
Now, the fourth episode I'm very excited about. That is gonna be my cup of tea. Yeah. And even in the first episode when we did the chicken salad, I love the Sassy Scotty chicken salad. I thought it was really good. It was good. But my favorite is the Kicking Kaylin. Mm-hmm. So,
which is spicy.
Again, I would have preferred the Kicking Kaylin, but I found the recipe for the Sassy Scotty, and I do like it. So, it worked. Thank you. Hey, Tam.
Y'all, I'm blind, so I can barely see the comments over there.
Tam also has a channel, so if you guys are not following Tam, make sure that you go follow her. She's just getting started too. She's about the same place we are on this channel, trying to grow. Yeah. So y'all please go follow her and show her some love and show her what this community is all about. That's because she fits in this community perfectly. She's one of those fabulous 50 plus. And that's something else I want to say. I think we've confused some people.
Oh, did we?
No, you do not have to be 50 to be on this channel. No. The plus is everything besides 50. Yeah. It is the 60s and the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. I mean, it is all of that. And the 40s and the 30s if they want to come, you know.
We have, Trish and I have a new group since I moved here that we're working on, and we're going to get together once a month and craft with these ladies. And they range, the youngest one's only about 30.
Yeah, Melinda's very young.
She's pretty young. And she puts up with us. She can't wait to do craft night. We're going to be doing it like the second Friday night in May. Second Friday night in May, because Trish and I were too busy to do it before then. But so she hangs out with us, and she has a good time, and we take care of her because she's about as young as my kids. Yeah. Maybe younger than my kids. She's a lot of fun.
And that's the other thing. Like we wanted on this channel, we want to go across those generations. Mm-hmm. It's not just the boomers or just the Gen Xers or just the what followed us, the millennials. I mean, it's whoever wants to be part of it. This is about community. Yeah. It's about community. And yes, you are all welcome. As a matter of fact, I'm almost out of the 50s, and Kay left the 50s this year. So,
I just did.
Yeah, we're not even fabulous 50. We're
plus. We're definitely on that plus part right there.
Yes, we got the plus. That's why we got that there.
Yeah.
So absolutely.
But I was talking to a friend out at the Ford over here, and she was telling me that her mother had found us, and that and her mother's in her 70s, right? And how much she enjoyed watching us. And of course, y'all, I'm always like a little taken aback and embarrassed when people say something. I'm like, oh, thank you.
It's
but
so sweet.
you have to get
We
used to
appreciate
it.
it so
It was
much.
so sweet. Oh my goodness! If you're on here, or if
Absolutely.
you come back, you got to let me know if your daughter is out at the fort. You'll know what I'm talking about.
Yes,
And,
absolutely. Please let us
let
know.
us know.
So we love it. Now, I pinned this comment from Katrina because I think that's a great idea.
Yeah,
I bet if you did do a pie filling,
and it's simple.
yeah, it
I
really
mean,
is.
I mean, it's literally a cup of flour and a cup of sugar, and then whatever you put in it. And
But the pie filling, I think, would give it that gooiness that I'm wanting.
yeah, probably so.
So it probably would work. I can see it with apple or cherry. I love cherry.
But we wanted to make the one that was from the movie, and I had never made it, so we tried it, and it was edible. It was fine, but I think ice cream would have made it better.
She's going to be entering the 50s
There you go,
club
Barbara.
this year.
I knew you
Welcome,
were
Barbara.
like down there. I knew you were pretty far down if you had even made it.
We knew you were way younger than
Yeah.
us, but we still love you.
Yes, we do.
We are not jealous a lot. We're a little bit jealous, but not a lot.
Not a lot.
Actually, I would not want to go back unless I could go back and still know what I know now.
Yeah.
If I could do that, that would be different. But yeah.
Yeah.
So next, coming up, I don't know, I'm hoping you guys have noticed, but we have been releasing something every day.
Yeah, either
Every
short
day.
content. Now adding today.
Today.
So
today.
And we
That's
knew
right.
this was coming. We had
Yeah.
it planned. We just, for one thing, your eye was all messed up last
It was.
week, and it was not a good week to
As
kick
a matter
it
of
off.
fact,
So
I
we
lost
planned
the
2
last
weeks in.
scab this morning.
Yeah.
The very last one fell off, but you can still see. It's funny because this skin here is almost like baby skin because it has it. Every time I have a breakout, it takes off 2 or 3 layers of skin there. So this skin is almost like baby skin. And if it wasn't so painful, I would almost wish that it would go everywhere so I could take, a couple layers off. But it's too painful for that. We're not asking for that.
Yeah.
So,
Nope.
But we have loved seeing it. And I am, I'm loving the episode where we cook and we craft and we chat and we're trying to do some lifestyle segments. We're going to have reviews of products. We're going to have, we're going to do some fashion.
Yeah.
We got one coming up where we're going to show some things that we bought and show you how it looked when we bought it and how it looked on us because, even Kay and I have 2 different body styles. I'm very bottom heavy and she's very small.
But we're both short.
To me. We're both short. We're going to do that because we had some stuff asked about that. We've got some product that we have bought that we want to review. Makeup tips. Girl, I need makeup tips myself. We want
to have an expert come on with us.
We are looking at having an expert come and do makeup and give us all some tips.
Yes.
Because I would love that too.
Once we started on YouTube, I realized I didn't know what I was doing at all with makeup, apparently. I still don't know everything, but I know a tiny bit now. But I got it from YouTube. Well, I found out, I
did watch it on YouTube, but now I have found that when I do my makeup in the mirror, it looks better than it does on camera because I'm looking now on camera and it looks like I ain't got any makeup on. But when I look in the
you got to make it heavy.
When I look in the mirror, it looks like I wouldn't want more on because it looks like it would be too heavy. Yeah. But I guess you do have to do it a lot heavier.
I do it a lot heavier when we're recording. And then sometimes I forget. Like last night I had an event I had to go to and I was like, boy, I tone that down a little bit. Because we have bright lights when we film. We were lucky when we went to a convention this summer for YouTubers. We won a light that cost $400. They just give it to us. It was great, but it's pretty bright.
Yeah, it is.
So if you don't wear some heavy makeup, it's like,
and you can tell we needed it. And even this though, like right now, we're just using a webcam. You can tell because our lighting's horrible and it's kind of grainy.
Well, we wanted to be real informal today.
Yeah, we did want it to be informal, and I made Kay come over here to work because we've got a couple of review videos that we need to do, and we're still getting ready for pinners. We did get our kits finished.
Our kits are finished. Yay.
And we may have some of those for sale on the website at some point too, because we did find out that our class size was cut just a little bit, but we had already made the kits for it, so we may add.
But
those.
everybody got cut a little bit.
Yeah,
it was a room
us.
issue.
Everybody did. As a matter of fact, we got cut less than anybody else.
Yeah, we did. Thank goodness.
So we were thankful for that.
Oh, and I don't know if we said. We never talked about the giveaway on this channel, but at Pinners, if you guys are close to Atlanta, we're giving away a Vista laser by We Create. It's the pink Vista. I own that laser. It's at my house, and it's going to Atlanta with us, and we're going to demo stuff. But we're giving away a whole laser.
Yeah, our friends over at We Create have been so good to us.
Yes,
and they are so amazing. They gave me that laser that we're fixing to do a review on, and I had the first version of that I absolutely loved. It was my favorite laser above all, and now they've sent me the upgraded version of it.
I know.
So we're going to review that.
I can't wait to see that.
And they sent us the smoke purifier, which is absolutely amazing. It's huge. And so we're going to be reviewing that. And they have given us another laser to give away. We gave one away on the cruise. Miss Katrina won that.
She actually won that laser.
She did. So Katrina can tell you how amazing it is to get a We Create laser. She got one of those. I think, Katrina, did you get the Vision? Is that the one?
Vision.
I think you got the Vision, which is the one that I love so much.
Yeah.
And this is the Vision Pro. So it's the upgrade on that.
Yeah, it's a 45-watt laser. This is the most powerful one. It's got a
bigger cutting area.
It's huge.
It is, yes. It is so amazing. We love it. So can't wait to share that with you guys, but we are very excited to be giving away one. So if you are anywhere near the Atlanta area, if you can drive there, or even if you want to fly in and hang out with us, we would love it.
One of the biggest in the world.
A great one. And you can come, and because Pinners is going to be amazing. I don't know if you guys have went and checked out the website, but there are so many cool creators going to be there.
Yeah.
They're going to have sewing classes and cooking classes, and they're going to have crafting classes. They're going to have all kinds of crafts that we don't even do. They're going to be doing all kinds of craft classes, and then we are going to be giving away that on the last day. We're going to have people filling out little not cards, but the little slips, and we're going to draw that and give one away to one lucky person, and it's going to be amazing. Well, let's see, what did she say? I can't see it there. 50 hit, and so did Insomnia. 63. Yes, absolutely.
That's just not too recently for me. It's just hit at 60. I'm like, what is going on? I wake up sometime at 3 a.m. and I cannot go back to sleep, so I read books on my cell phone. I read the books.
I've had a problem for a long time being able to go to sleep and stay
I used to sleep like the dead.
Well, I did not, and I started taking melatonin, Tam. I don't know if you've tried melatonin, but I do take a melatonin every night. I use one of the gummies. I think it's 5 milligrams, and it helps me get to sleep. And sometimes I'll still wake up in the middle of the night. I did that the night before last. I woke up at 1 o'clock in the morning, and I couldn't go back to sleep. And then I knew I had to go to Case to record, but I fell asleep right before time to get up.
That happened to me this morning.
And then I couldn't hardly get going. So I
had to be going early this morning, and I had overslept. He came in there, and my husband then said, "You need to get up." I was like, "Oh."
Okay, oh, you bet. Yes, I think she's talking about Tam not being able to sleep. Yes, I don't know what it is. But, I remember my grandmother getting up really early and kind of roaming around, or she would get up and get her a glass of milk or something because
my problem is, though, my husband is a light sleeper. And if I get to moving around too much or whatever, and if I go into the living room to escape, then my little dog barks and she's going to go behind me. So I just got to sit there like, I'm trapped.
Well, if I turn on my phone, the light bothers Kevin. And
I have it over to the side like this.
Well,
and I got to cut all the way down.
If Callie sees the light come on, Callie will start going, boof, boof, boof. She'll drive you crazy doing that. And so, speaking of Callie, you want to come say hi? Come here, Callie. If you want to know the truth, she's probably on the bed because she knows she's not supposed to be on the bed.
If she catches Trish not
if
looking.
she catches me not looking, she goes and gets on the bed.
Callie is Trish's, I'm going to say Sheltie. I had a Sheltie. Aussie. She's a mini Aussie. She's really cute.
I was going to see if I
She's usually around here somewhere.
Yeah, normally she loves Aunt Kay so
Yeah,
much.
if I stay gone more than a week and don't come over and visit her, she gets depressed. One day Trish said, I'm going to have to stay home. You'll have to come over here and work, or we'll just have to wait till tomorrow. Something's wrong. I may have to take Kelly to the vet. And I was like, oh my goodness. So that afternoon I actually came over and she rallied. She's like, oh, hey, Kay. And Trish said, make a liar out of me, Callie. But the reason I say that is because when Trish had heart surgery last year, I came and took care of her for 3 weeks. And when I left and went back to Texas, Kelly got very depressed. They had to take her to the vet. But he said, I think she's depressed. But she had bonded with me, and she didn't like it when I left her.
She don't let anybody leave it.
No
one's allowed to
Here
leave.
she comes.
Can you say hi? Come here, baby. Say, I was sunning in the sunroom. I was
You want to get up?
Pick up?
Pick you up.
Oh, good
Oh,
girl.
there she is.
There's a big girl.
Say hello, Kelly. She's
me
like,
say
I don't
hi.
know what this is over here. She's shaking. But
Hey,
she's,
Carol.
she is such a sweet girl. Hey, Carol. This is Callie.
Hey, Callie. Yeah, this is Mama's baby, but actually she's Daddy's baby. She tolerates Mama.
Yes, that's true. She
She's-
loves her
she's
daddy.
Daddy's
Okay,
baby.
easy.
All right.
Hold on.
It's okay.
I'm scaring
Get
her.
down.
I'm trying not to.
It's okay.
She's
You can go back.
she
to
is
the sunroom.
precious.
Oh, you're wanting in Mama's lap now.
Oh,
Okay.
We're taking turns apparently. But
Okay, hold
if
on.
you saw Carol Walker on there, that's my sister. Hello. She must be on her lunch hour.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's my baby. She was a rescue.
Oh no, that made me think of something. Y'all, Easter's coming up this weekend. We have Good Friday in just a couple of days, and then Easter's this weekend.
Yeah,
Can you believe it?
is. It
But
really
it's late
is.
this year. I mean, it's late in
I
April.
think it's the latest that it actually
Can be.
Can be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because Easter always varies. It has to do with Passover.
Yeah, y'all see her now.
Aw.
She's like a baby. She's laying on my shoulder.
Yeah. Because Mama knows how to hold her better.
Well,
She's
she's
sweet
she's
girl.
a little bit rotten, and we did that, or I know I did it because she came from such a bad situation. She was
Yeah.
4 when I got her, and she had been neglected and not taken care of.
That's true.
And so now she is loved and
Yeah.
spoiled, and even you're gonna show them your mouth? You're gonna show them how you yawn?
And she adopts everybody. After you come stay with her a while, and then she doesn't want you to leave. She doesn't want anybody
Well,
ever to
especially
leave.
Aunt Kay. Aunt Kay, she loves her Aunt Kay.
Yeah, I couldn't believe she got so depressed that day. I was like, and then I come over, she's like, oh,
Yeah,
well, hey.
she was fine. Well, she was sick. That was the day she was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was so
But when I
sick.
came, she was fine.
And yeah, when Aunt Kay got here, she was fine.
She rallied.
So, but,
She's a sweet girl.
Carol says she's in her office.
Oh,
And we have 15 people with us now.
that's
Y'all,
pretty good.
Thank
Yay,
y'all
thank
so
y'all.
much. We weren't sure how many people we would get. Katie, for the new people that's in, you want to show them one more time the book and tell
Yeah,
them about
on
book club?
Wednesdays we're doing book club. We're calling it What Are They Reading Wednesday? So the first book we're doing is Susan Mallory's The Sister Effect. This one's hardback, and I told it at the very beginning that I got mine and Trisha's at Ollie's for $4.99. If you have an Ollie's near you, they have the best prices on books, and that's a hardback. But on Amazon, you can get the paperback for around $7.50, and if you have Prime, it's free delivery. I looked it up this morning. If you if you have Prime, you can do free audio, and you can
be
listen
able
to it.
Listen to it.
I wish I could listen to somebody
I
read
can't.
a book. I will fall asleep.
No.
I can read a book for hours and hours and never have a problem. But I'm so visual, I need to see the words. If they're just talking, it goes in one ear, and before I'm thinking, know it, I've drifted off to La La Land. I'm thinking, what are we having for dinner? Oh, I wonder what maybe we should make this on the channel. My brain just wanders.
The only time I would really be able to listen to it's when I'm driving. And now
I can't drive and listen to. I don't even turn on the radio when I drive.
See, I do.
See,
I
once
have the radio
once
on.
I turned like 55 or something, it was like, radio's
It's
off.
okay. You can go back.
So I'm usually, it's
go
quiet
back
in my
to
car.
Yeah.
You have to turn the radio down so you can see.
Well, I do. I can listen to it while I'm driving, but I don't. Well, I do drive more now that I go to your house.
Yeah,
So
now
I go
you
back
have to
because
get out
it's
of the
about
house.
30 minutes, so I might download it and be able to just listen
You
to
might.
it as I'm driving.
Yeah.
So, but now I prefer to read,
Yeah.
and I remember when I got my first Kindle. I didn't like the Kindle because I love a book.
Yeah, it
I
takes a while to
love
get used
holding
to.
a book.
Mhm.
I need to get me a new bookmark because I haven't had a real
Mhm.
book in so long. And you see, I used the cover
I do that all the time. I
to
stick the
do
cover in
that.
there.
But I'm gonna make me a bookmark. But
Yeah.
yes, I'm excited about this.
Yeah, and we're going to do the first 2 chapters. If you come back next Wednesday, that's we'll talk a little bit, and then we'll talk about the book, right? So just come in with your drink, and we don't judge. You know, we listen, but we don't judge. So
That's
bring
right.
in whatever you want to drink. We can't see you anyway. You can only see us, but
That's right.
we can see your comments. We can put them up on the screen, and we can all talk about the sister effect. Trish said she started it. It's really good.
It is.
I
really
cannot
good.
say I've started it, and I bought them.
It's whatever. I've read the first chapter, and it's really good.
Yeah. So we're going to take a month to go through it.
And for those of you who came in a little bit later, we are going to have a full-fledged website.
Mhm.
It is www.fabulous50plus.com. It's going to be pretty basic in the beginning. It's going to have a little bit about us. It's going to have our t-shirts for sale. We're going to have these, and we're going to have the one that says "You Are Loved" on it. And we're going to have the Talk Crafty to Me. We're going to end up with some hats on there, and we're going to do some giveaway, or well, I say giveaways, they're freebies. We're going to have some printables that you can print to make projects with. So we'll have those on there. What time do y'all go live on Wednesday? 2:00.
2:00 Eastern.
Eastern. Yes. We're trying to get that schedule and keep it always 2:00. So everything that we have been releasing, our full videos, our short videos, everything we've been trying to make sure it goes at 2:00 so that we get
Every
that
time.
consistency. And again, for those of you coming in, if y'all don't mind, if you would share our channel, share this video so that people can find us, because for whatever reason we are not searchable. And
only the app. If you put at Fabulous 50 Plus, YouTube will pull us up right now, but otherwise they will not. I don't know if they're holding people back until you get to a certain number, and we haven't reached that. We were at about 337 subscribers
Something
this morning,
like that.
339, something like that. So we're a third of the way to what you have to
But
be
we've
monetized.
had so many people reach out on the other channel and through email saying, I tried to find the channel and I couldn't find it. And I did put a post on the other channel, but that's something else. People don't always see posts.
No.
They pop up for some people. They do not pop up for others. So some people saw the post and they were able to come over, but we would truly appreciate it. And when we get to 500 subscribers, we're going to do a giveaway.
We are.
We got some Cricut stuff. We got some pretty cool stuff. We'll show y'all maybe in one of the next ones.
Maybe
we're going to do one of our t-shirts. Absolutely. So we're going to start doing some giveaways. If y'all can share and help us get those numbers up when we get to 500, maybe we'll do like a Cricut tool set and one of our t-shirts.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
For 500.
I love some Cricut stuff.
I think that would be good.
I think that would be good.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Yep. Tam, if you'll share, get people to come.
Thumbs up. Any of that helps.
Everything. If you comment on the video, and chatting in here is great.
Yeah.
But if you will come back after this, YouTube doesn't count this chat. This chat is for us. It's for helping us interact and grow the community, but they don't count this.
Well, they don't keep it. They used to, but they don't keep them anymore. You can't go back and watch it truly live anymore. But I mean, and see the comments as they came in. Yeah. So if you could just comment and say this was a great video or episode, enjoy chatting.
Can't wait for book club.
Even if you put an emoji,
yes, even just a heart. You don't have to say anything. Just thumbs up. Please don't put a thumbs down. Thumbs up. That would be amazing. Yes, I sure will. I've been trying to do that as a pinned. Wait.
Like a pinned comment?
Oh, to the website.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Yes. Now
we'll get the habit of doing that every episode.
Well, and it may not be up yet. She was still working on it this morning.
Yeah.
She because I don't always know what I'm doing, she couldn't get into the domain site to be able to hook the domain to the host.
Yeah, that took a while.
I was finally able to get her in there, but she's overseas, so now it's time for her to be sleeping.
Yeah.
So
there's
it may
that time
be,
difference.
yeah, it'll probably be tomorrow before the website is
Yeah, we
live.
hope it's live.
But I will go ahead and put one down there, absolutely, because we do want y'all to join us over there, and we hope to be able to do some blogs. We want to do all kinds of fun stuff over there and be able to continue to grow the community. And we are also looking at eventually in the near future, we probably won't get it done before Pinners, but in the near future, we're going to start a group on Facebook for everybody on here so that we can meet over there and chat, and y'all can meet each other and chat with each other, and we can continue to grow this community, because we love that. We did one for the crafting channel and it was amazing. And so now
we
want
did
to do one
change
for this.
crafty.
That was our page.
Oh, our page.
Yeah, I wasn't able to change the group.
I know.
If you can change the group.
I'm trying to get permission to change it, so we can just keep that one.
And that would be great, because then, just bring everybody in there, because we got some amazing people on there.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So we appreciate you guys. Thank y'all so much
for coming by,
for being there with us.
And hanging out with your lunch. Some of you with us. We appreciate that.
And we can't wait for next Wednesday. Talk about those first 2 chapters.
Get your book.
Even if you don't get the first 2 chapters read, you can still come hang out with us.
Yeah,
we would love that. Come hang out and chat with us.
And hear what we really thought about the book.
Exactly. Absolutely. So
if you don't get it.
Y'all wish us luck at Pinners.
Yeah.
Next week. We hope that it's good. And if you're close, we hope to see you there. We know we're going to see Carol there.
Yeah, so she's going to come and help us.
We love all the time that we get to spend with our sisters. And so I can't wait to see Carol next weekend.
I know. I can't wait.
It's going to be amazing. So let me see. Was there anything else? All right, guys. Well, I guess if that is it, y'all have a wonderful rest of your week. Don't forget to tune in Friday at 2 o'clock for the new episode.
It's going to be up to you.
It's going to be a good one.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good.
I'm excited about it.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's a little serious. The podcast maybe is more a little serious than
I don't think the episode is
not serious.
No,
it's just really fun and light and all that.
Now, the podcast always, that's just real talk. You know?
The podcast we dive deep. So, and that's on Mondays.
Right.
So
every Monday.
And then
in between we have, of course, book club. What are we reading Wednesday? And then we have short content all those
lots
other days.
Of short content. So, all right, guys, we love y'all all so much. Y'all have an amazing week, and we will see y'all in the future.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.